Hello, this is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com. Doing a video here, a couple of Cyber Monday videos, just to explain what we do. It's very important. For those of you who don't know, years ago I taught on the university level. I love teaching. I love helping people, just trying to speed up a learning curve. And that's one of my passions in life, is try to help. I'm showing you a chart of QLD. One of the great tools that we can use in analysis is look at things before they happened. If you constantly look at charts after they've made big moves, you can say, well, this is easy. Oh, I'll just do that. No, go back and pull up the chart before it makes its move and really be honest with your stuff and with yourself and study it and ask, does this make sense to me? Is this something I could do? And then if it does work, transfer that knowledge into a mindset that you memorize it. And then it's applicable over and over again through the days, through the weeks, through the months, through the years, through the decades. Why? Because human emotions don't change. They're the same as they've been forever. Fear, panic, greed, complacency. It's reflected in life and it's reflected in the charts. So we're looking at QLD and it went up, and here's this bar right here. It goes up, but look at how it closes on that bar. And then the next day it drops down on a pickup in volume. Then it has a quiet inside day. And then the next day it runs up and drops down on a pickup in volume. But now notice this, you have two clean tops right here with a very clean downward sloping trend line. And then it gaps down, drops, and closes at its highs and closes above the 8-period exponential moving average. And then the next day it gaps up and closes right near its highs on a pickup in volume. And you've got a simple downward sloping trend line. And you'd say to yourself, if it pushes through this simple line, this isn't fancy, by the way. By the way, it also means that it would be pushing through these tops going across here. See that yellow line right from highs here across to here. So you've got a double confirmation breakout. And I do like this volume right here. Advance it just one day, but memorize this. It's simple. It's not fancy. Memorize this. Advance it a day. And what it does, it gaps down to the 8-period exponential. By the way, you think we're the only freaking people in the world that know about the 8-period EMA? Everybody knows about it. Now, I'm not saying use it. That's not my point. But many people do. We use the 8, we use the 20 simple, we use the 50 simple, and we use the 200 simple. And we ride trends. By the way, also notice on this chart, you don't see any oscillators on here. You don't see any overbought, oversold oscillators or anything like it. Trends. Oscillators can cause a perceptual bias to enter into your decisions. Well, it's overbought with a bearish divergence. I can't buy it. Just get in line with the charts. Breaks through. And by the way, if you use it, fine. Not cast in stones. We don't do that. Twitter, social media is a glass house. It's a great big glass house. And something I learned years ago, you don't cast stones in a glass house. So the stock has this little line and it breaks through on a pickup in volume. That's good. We bought it right here. All right? We bought it here on 1025. If you look here, you'll see the date. If I put the cursor there, 1025. Advance it a day. Oh, look at that. It gaps up. What does that tell us? People saw what we saw and they acted on it. And it lifted up. They voted. Then it drops down. Here to here on slightly less volume than it went up on. But the important point is this, because we own it down here, we can weather a bit of a pullback. Now, are we going to let a multi-point gain turn into a loss? No. I pretty much have a mantra on things like this. I'm not going to let a 2 or 3 point gain turn into a loss, okay? Just makes it easy. Stock comes down. Look at that. Near, right here, the 8-day, and it bounces off of it, and it closes up. This is why I love these price bars. It's got the open and the close. This closed below above where it opened. There's a sign of strength. Gaps up, drops down, but still closes up on the day versus the previous day on a pickup in volume. Then it gaps up. Not heavy volume, but it's going up. Let it work. Gap up. Let it work. Quiet bar. A resting bar. Think about this. Stocks are like horses. They run and they have to catch their breath. Just like us. We run when we're at the track, then we have to slow down and catch our breath. Rest. Same situation. It drops down, but it's still above the rising 8-day. Gaps up and closes down, but it still closes up on the day. Slight pickup in volume, some buying pressure. Comes down. Look at where it comes down to. Is that sweet? Comes right down to the 8-day and bounces off of it. Inside day on less volume. Constructive. Gaps up, runs up, closes up on a slight pickup in volume. Drops down on a slight pickup in volume, but it's still above the 8-day. It's okay. Comes down to the 8-day, bounces off of it. Constructive. Let it work. Gaps up. Volume's okay. Not heavy, but okay. Walking up the 8-day. Continuing. Oop, drops down. Falls down below the 8-day. On this day, what did we do? We sold a little bit off. Do we sell it all? No. Why? The trend is still up, but you take something off just in case. Why? Because I'm in the business. You're in the business to make money. I'm not in the business to watch charts. Started to do this. Take a little bit off. Why not sell it all? Because we own it down here. We have a good price cushion, and it's still above the rising 20-day, and it closed above the rising 8-day. Let her work. A little bit below the 8-day, but on less volume. Gaps up, bounces off where? The rising 20-day. And then what do we get? Payday. And it lifts off again on a pickup in volume. Up, up. Inside day, right here on less volume. And that was last Friday, which was a half day. And that's where we're at. The trends pay. Just letting it work. I love QLD and SSO. We own both of them. You're going to say, why do you like them? I want you to think about this. You are participating in an entire market move with leverage. And instead of owning just one stock, QLD, you own 100 stocks. Now, it's a weighted index. Okay, I know that. But you own 100 of them. So you have some diversification. You have less risk, but you've got the leverage to juice it up a bit. SSO, which we also own. From down here, what do we have here? You own this. I think we own it. We're down in here, I do believe. Riding on up. What do we do? It's just letting it work. Think about this. This is 2-for-1 leverage. But folks, you own 500 stocks, not just one, with 2-for-1 leverage for juice. Participate in an entire move. Now, am I suggesting you put all of your money in it? No, I wouldn't put all my money in anything. Okay? And I sure wouldn't put all my money just in the bank. Make it work for you, not the bank. Let it work. There's a moral to the story here. QLD and SSO, our members own it. We own it. We're letting it work. When will it stop? We don't forecast. I don't know. But I don't need to know. Price and volume will tell me. That's all. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. It's what we do. It's not just giving ideas, but it's teaching the why. Then the VIPs have the power. Wanted to share it, and I hope it helps you. And I hope you're all having a good holiday weekend.